Greetings, sports fans, ASMR Sports, back in your mother flipping business. Well, folks, I've been on the hunt for Pokemon deals, high and low, with mostly failure, but in the past couple of weeks I have picked up a few things. I've really, I've really been looking for, like, older sets of Pokemon that are still findable at retail, as I've come to learn, is possible, not probable, but possible. And at my local Target, I landed this guy. Actually, I bought 3 of these Sword and Shield. Is this set, the Pokemon set, or group of sets? I think it's called an era. That is kind of the one before the current one, which is Scarlet and Violet. So these, are quite old compared to the stuff that's in the current era. I'm trying to see if there's a date on here. It says copyright 2021, so these are like 3 years old, and Chilling Reign is actually a fairly popular set from what I can tell. I don't think I've ever opened any, but I got these boxes for $39.99, and as I usually do, I checked the price when I was in the store to see if kind of what their, oops, I don't know why, to see kind of what the value was. So there's a couple of variations based on what the picture on the front is. I actually have some of each, or one of each, and one of one and 2 of the other. I think it's this one I have 2 of. Yeah. So, let's see. I really gotta start, oh boy, really? Sorry, folks. It's a freaking nightmare here. I really just gotta hit return. So I don't have to go and type the frickin' thing over. So, so here's the one kind over here, and here's the other kind over here, and they're, within a couple bucks of each other, but, basically, both are cheapest available, or $50 or $52 for each of these, and the ones I picked up at Target are $39.99 a piece, which I think back then was kind of the standard price for a Elite Trainer box, which is like one of the formats that Pokemon cards come in. Basically, you get a bunch of packs right there. And then you get some dice and a coin to flip, and I think that and a little player's guide, I guess, and some energy cards. So, it's a little kind of a kit, but basically people are after the packs inside there. So anyways, that was kind of cool. I don't think I'm going to open those, but I did find something else, which I do find myself wanting to open at least some, perhaps all. Also from the Sword and Shield era, we have these Lost Origin. I was at Target today, and I think they get stocked. I feel like they get stocked on the weekend, like on Saturday, because I was visiting a friend of mine in the hospital one time, a few weeks ago, and it was like a Saturday. I went to Target before that to pick some stuff up for him, and I remember looking at the cards, and there was a guy like walking away with Optic Football, so I knew they just stocked, like probably an hour before then. So yeah, I don't know. They seem to stock at really weird times now, but I think it might be on the weekend. I also popped in there on a Friday one time, and there wasn't really much there, so that made me think it wasn't Thursday or Friday that they stocked. Anyways, I was there today, which is a Monday, and wasn't really much for sports cards, although there was some Topps Chrome, which, good God, these things are overpriced now. I'll be doing a separate video on those, so stay tuned. But my Target has Pokemon, and, well, they have Pokemon cards right, right next to the sports cards, along with MTG and, Yu-Gi-Oh! And all the other, collectible card games. And, in addition, back in the toy aisle, they have another whole section of them, and then when I went through today, they had an additional section. They had like an end cap section with a bunch of other Pokemon stuff, so a ton of Pokemon stuff at my local Target today when I checked. And this was with that new kind of end cap section, and they still had plenty of those Chilling Reigns, so I don't know if my Target is just more stocked than others, or if all Targets are that stocked up, but I feel like there was one other Sword and Shield sleeved booster set they had there as well. I can't remember which one that was, but I remember I putting some of those packs back when I found these Lost Origin. Alright, so there you have it. So I looked up, I saw that, and the cheapest they're available for a TCG player is $6.64. And the market price is what is it? $5.60. So these were $4.99 at Target. So seems like, a pretty safe buy in terms of value, at least if you're going to hold these, unopened, which I've thought about doing, but I don't know. I don't really want to hold miscellaneous packs as opposed to like boxes, booster boxes, or some other form of box. I was just gonna roll over to this page here, which is basically everything Lost Origin on TCG Player. Sorted by price, high to low. So all the boxes and stuff at the top, and maybe one card here. Well, there's an $80 card, and there's a $275 card, ultra rare. That'd be cool. Get that one, huh? Although one thing I want to do is okay, so you see this, so $1,100 for a case. So that has 6 boxes, which each have 36 packs, which means you get 216 packs in that case, which comes out to, well, yeah, $5 per pack. So that's basically what I paid. Actually, $5.09 per pack. That's basically, well, I guess with tax, I probably paid a little bit more than that. So it's not like I got a, excellent deal, but I didn't have to buy a case worth to get that, and that's something. Alright, I want to look at maybe some of the other cards here too. So there's a $36 one. Everything else is going to be lower than that. So it's, yeah, basically you're going to get completely destroyed opening these things. But that's okay. At this point, people have, in the comments, somebody said basically you should buy singles, because if you open packs to get, or boxes to get, cards, you're always going to come out behind, and that's, basically what I had realized very quickly, opening some packs and boxes. When I got into Pokemon, or so ago. And, I sort of assumed that was true, but the question for me was, is opening Pokemon like a worse deal on average than what you would experience in, your average sports card product? And I think it might actually be worse, which is saying something because it's pretty bad. You get about 35% value return on your average sports card product, and with Pokemon maybe you get 30%. That's, I don't know, that's a very, sort of wild estimate that I have not done any kind of calculation for, but I feel like that those could be the numbers based on the experience I've had. So I just want to say, yes, I know that opening these things is a giant waste of money in terms of returning value, but because I'm just sort of getting into Pokemon, I appreciate the educational value of opening these packs and of seeing the cards. And I have to tell you also, yesterday I learned how to play Pokemon the card game. Well, the basics anyways. There's lots of questions I have, but I played with ASMR Girl, our first game, because I bought one of those game kits you can get, which has a little play board, and instructions, and it gives you sort of pre-built decks. So it was pretty cool. So now I know what that means and what that means and what that means, and why the descriptions are here and what that number is. Which is fun in the basic versus stage 1 or stage 2. I think stage 2 is a thing, right? Looks like we did get a fancy one here, so that's pretty cool. The first pack, Poliwag, Growlithe, Oddish, so with the deck that comes with that sort of tutorial game, there's only one kind of energy in the pre-built deck they have, so you don't have to worry about getting the right kind of energy. You just have one type of energy to deal with. But I understand if we played with actual cards and not those pre-built decks, we'd have to focus on the type of energy. There's different types of energy cards. Wind Up Arm, Hariyama. Alright, what's our money card here? Curem, V basic. So I guess this is what we call a full art card. A flart. Let's see if I can find this. Yeah, it's not in the first few pages of singles, so I kind of feel like it's worth nothing. But now I'll try to search for it. Bring you over here. Alright, so this is I think that's the one. So it's an ultra rare, looks like. Yeah, so that's cool. $2. Oh, look at that, it's kind of on the up and up though. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I kind of want to see if, well, it only goes back a year, but yeah, it looks like it was worth more 1 year ago, but this stuff's been out for 3 years, so I imagine it might have been worth quite a bit. One thing I'm trying to understand is, do all Pokemon cards kind of go down in value over time? Or do the ones that are the most valuable, or maybe the top 3 most valuable in a set, generally appreciate over time? That I don't know. But would be curious to find that out. Alright. Well, to see like the descriptions on some of these attacks. Flip 4 with a hurricane shock. I don't know why it says 50x. What does that mean? I don't know. Flip 4 coins. This attack does 50 damage for each head. So, okay, so it's multiples of 50. If at least 2 of them are heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Well, I don't know what it means for a Pokemon to be paralyzed. I guess that maybe means like you can't attack for 1 turn or something. Here's a hollow Husion or Hisuian Gudra. Ability, Metal Lodging, prevent all damage done to each of your basic Pokemon that has any energy attached by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon V. Wow. Complicated, yeah, so the cards that we played with didn't have too much complication like that, so there wasn't too much to figure out. Trainer, choose a basic Pokemon in your discard pile and switch it with one of your basic Pokemon in play. Any attached cards, damage, counter, special conditions, turn in play. Neither effects remain on the new Pokemon. I don't know if anybody uses these, but I kind of feel like they don't. It's a really online game for you to get, virtual cards that are worth nothing. So, I have been buying. In addition to the stuff I showed you in this video, I picked up a couple cases of Twilight Masquerade for about like $600 shipped each. So it's like basically $100 per booster box, which is a pretty good deal. The TCG player price per box of Twilight Masquerade is like $120 some. So, while I would probably lose money if I sold those through a marketplace and then I have to pay the fees. Look, I think we got a special card. $100 seems like a pretty good price for those. I got them off eBay, and I think the same place is selling them still. So, like, stock up. That sounds like a good deal to you, but I think that's a pretty solid set. There's I know a couple of cards in there. The Greninja and I think Eevee's in there. They're like full arts. Wow, what's going on here? We get like kind of 2 specials. Is this what they call a God Pack? I've been wondering what a God Pack is because I've been seeing like reference to that on some videos. I assume it means like a hot pack where you get like kind of more than the normal, amount of hits, which is basically either 0 or 1. So if you get 2, maybe I got a God Pack, guys. That'd be sweet. Phalanx. Wow. What is this? Oh, Mew VMAX. I've heard of Mew. I know he's pretty popular. There's Mewtwo as well. I don't know, that could be worth something maybe, right? Looks really well centered too, so, I've never graded any Pokemon, and we got an Enamorous V, so I'm pretty excited that we got, so this one looks off-centered, this one looks quite centered. Very metallic-y finish to this one, so I've never graded any Pokemon, as you might imagine, because I've only owned Pokemon cards for like a year, not counting the ones I opened like 3 years ago and just like basically threw them away because I didn't know what the hell they were and what to do with them. But I like to think that I'm pretty good at judging grade or condition. So the corners and edges on looks really sharp. It's a little off center, left to right, but I don't know if this is worth anything. It might be gradable. And also I've noticed that grading TCG cards at PSA at least is usually quite a bit cheaper. I feel like it's always $15 per card, whereas it's almost never $15 per card for sports cards. It's usually like 18, if they're feeling generous and they have a special. So I don't know. I might start grading cards if I get something I think looks good, because I feel like I have a pretty good sense of, judging condition for sports cards. cards and Pokemon aren't really that different. I see what happens most frequently is that there's chipping, white chipping around the edge, and then centering, of course. And, you know, I know there can be scratches, but I feel like that's less common with Pokemons that I've noticed compared with sports cards. Alright, let's look these guys up, you guys. I'm kind of excited about this Mew VMAX thing. I mean, it looks pretty freaking sweet. It looks very different than anything. Do TG30. What the hell? That's what it says for like the number right there. Oh, there it is. Secret, $3.57. So, there's one from Fusion Strike. It's $70. I'd like to have that one. Lost Origin Trainer Gallery Secret Rare. Wonder what a Secret Rare compares to. How it compares to an Ultra Rare. But yeah. Anyways, that's kind of a bummer. I was hoping it was more special than that, but $3.57 almost gets my, you know, price of the pack back. And as I mentioned, this does seem like pretty. So here's my question: is it possible that a $3.57 card, if graded PSE 10, could be worth the $15 grading fee, or is that not something like in sports cards? Generally, a PSA 10 will you know, frequently be worth 10x the value of the ungraded card. So if this one ungraded is $3.57, it's worth $30. PSA 10, then maybe it would be worth gambling the 15, but not that much worth it, because if you get a 9, I'm sure it's not worth anything. So anyways, let's look up Enamorous V. Alright, we got which one? This one, of course, the 19-cent one. Yeah. Guardian of Love. Does this one become worth more around Valentine's Day? Well, I don't know. We got two full art cards, which I want to see. So that's also an ultra rare. It's kind of crazy to me that, like, I mean, I guess rarity is not really terribly relevant to the price, or it's like sort of like you have to be an ultra rare to be valuable in Pokemon. But just because you're an ultra rare does not mean that you're gonna have any value. You still have to be a Pokemon that people actually care about. Now, what makes people care about a Pokemon? That's my question. I mean, because these are not like baseball players, so you care about the guys who are good, or the guys who are on your team. But what makes, you know, the market care about a particular Pokemon, I wonder. I forget what I was going to look at, but I realize I'm not showing you my screen, but yeah, anyways. Okay, let's keep rolling. I don't know. I kind of want to stop before I open all of these, but I feel like if I do, I'm not sure what I do with like 3 random sleeved boosters. Although I could put them in like the, you know, random pack box and give us the opportunity to have some Pokemon content sometime on a live stream. Alright, just a hollow, looks like reverse hollow. Horsey, Shuppet, Shellos, Growlithe, Ducklet again, Goodra again, Landorus, that water energy, Fantina, Riley, and Newsleaf. Okay. I mean, I kind of want to like use this guy to play because 310 hit points is pretty dang solid. Pretty dang solid, guys. I don't actually know how to use the V cards and the VMAX cards though. I imagine there's some like reason why I couldn't just load up a deck so all the Pokemons are VMAX cards and they have like huge hit point values. I suspect there's maybe a limit on the number of those cards you can put in a deck. So nothing on that one. Dynamo, Litleo, Mienfoo, Litwick, Snover, Reverse Hollow, Ambipom, Hoopa, Energy. So am I hallucinating, or is there no stage 2? Or is there no stage 2? I feel like I've never seen a stage 2, but I thought there was a stage 2. But all I've ever seen so far is basic and stage 1. I mean, I feel like, why would you not have stage 2? Would that make the game more dynamic and interesting? It's kind of crazy to to know how to play this game, because I feel like I've always felt like it would just be complicated and too much trouble to learn, but it's really quite simple. So I can't see myself playing it a lot, but if my daughter wants to play, I guess so ASMR girl, who's my youngest daughter, was the one who learned how to play with me, and if her sister, who's older, wants to play, then who knows, maybe I could be playing frequently. Oh, we got a full art. Okay, so this is like a full art that's not on like a shiny border like these, so do you still just call these full arts? And it's Pikachu, that's kind of cool, right? I don't know if that's going to be worth anything. I feel like anything with a yellow border is never worth anything, but maybe I'm wrong. Alright, this is second to last pack. Let's look up this Pikachu. Pikachu. I want to search for this TG05 number, but I feel like when I tried to do that before, man, how am I going to find this? If I search for Pikachu Lost Origin. Oh yeah, that'll work. Alright, well, not too bad. Let's see, so it's Trainer Gallery Ultra Rare. Yeah, I don't know. So pretty cool. And it's actually, so I think this is the most valuable card I've gotten. I think the previous most valuable was like $3.99. So kind of neat. Really perfectly centered. I want to see how the back looks. I kind of see some rough edge there on the side here, but I don't know if that really matters that much. Corners are a little bit rough. There's a little white spot that I don't know, but it's too bad because it's quite perfectly centered too. Pretty cool. I don't know. So would anything with something like this, it's like a $4 Pikachu full art, would that be worth grading if I thought it was a 10? I don't know. I have to say I'm kind of excited about some of these cards, even though they're not really worth anything. Not much, anyways. I mean, if I was opening like baseball cards and I got a $4 card, I'd be like whatever. Like I would never go through the trouble of selling a $4 card on eBay just because it's, well, okay, I would, but I rarely do. Just because it's a lot of effort, to sell it. Compared to the return that you get. Alright, so we got nothing. Just the Hollow, Litwick, Snover, Rhyhorn, Apom, Roselia, Newsleaf, Rhyperior. So basically anything that's not a full art or, one of these V or VMAX cards is, doesn't have any collector value. If that's wrong, please tell me, because if I'm right, I'm basically giving all these cards to my kids. And I will tell you, they will not last very long. Although, I don't know, if we start playing the game more, then they might, at least not tape them into books, as I saw earlier tonight. Alright, there you have it. Well, that was kind of fun. I have to say that's the first, non-common Pikachu I've ever gotten. So that's kind of fun. And that one pack that had like 2 of those V cards was pretty sweet. Ended up not being worth a whole lot. But yeah, I don't know, overall. Sorry folks. I don't know, overall that was kind of fun. So I don't know how many packs that was. What was that, like 6 packs or something? I have the receipt here, let me see how many packs I opened. Yeah, 7 packs. I paid $34.93 for those. So for $34.93, not a great deal. I got about $10 in return, so again, about that 30%. But I would say that was more entertaining for longer than this thing, which costs $40. Now maybe I'll get a sweet card out of here. You'll have to stay tuned to find out, but I don't know. I'm guessing I probably will not get any better than a return, and it costs less than all those packs, so it might be the entertainment value on these Pokemons that I found was high relative to other options, namely sports cards that I'd be interested in opening. So that's what we got for today, folks. Hope you're doing well, and we will catch you all next time on ASMR Sports and Pokemon. See you later, bye.